I'm Rena. I have a congenital deafness condition and I can hardly hear anything with my left ear. Although I can hear with my right ear, it's difficult to notice things with my left ear. So I use a device called cross hearing aids. You put them on both of your ears and it shares the same sound with the ear that has difficulty hearing. It does look like earphones, so I make sure to tell people that I use hearing aids just in case. Fortunately, all the mom's friends are really nice people and tell me they will talk to me from the right, or will talk in a loud voice. I didn't have any major problems and everything seemed to be going well. But recently my son Toya looks a little troubled. What's the matter? Did something happen at school? No. School is really fun, but the park? What about the park? Is there a suspicious person lurking around? No, there are police officers. Police officers? Did you do something wrong and get told off? We were only playing with a ball, but he was like, "Be quiet. Kids like you are nothing but harm to society." And he stabbed Kazuya's ball with a stick. What? How mean. But you are allowed to play with balls in that park. Was it really a police officer? Uh-huh. He was wearing the uniform, and he also showed us his police ID. Really? We decided not to play outside anymore because we don't want to be told off again. I see. Thanks for telling me this. I'll look into it a little more. I asked Maho, one of my mom friends, about the police situation, and she told me that Mika, her daughter, had also been told the same kind of thing before. Mika dropped her used tissue accidentally, so she tried to pick it up. But the police officer came running and shouting at her. Mika's been through this too? There's more. I've heard of cases of children being scolded for being on the pavement on their bikes. But kids are allowed to do that, aren't they? Yeah, it's permitted if you're under 13. Plus, it seemed to have happened on a cycling permitted pavement. What? Why did they do that then? The police should be able to tell the difference, right? That's so peculiar, right? Kono apparently saw two police officers shouting at kids, so she asked them what happened. And guess what happened? They ran for it. That's so suspicious. Are they real police officers? Right? I've heard other people saying that they saw a man in the bushes with a camera. Then they are fake police officers? Maybe they're filming it to make videos or something. I think so too. But it's always the kids that they target, so I've never seen them. So it's difficult to check. I see. I'll make sure I warn them if I see them. Thanks for letting me know. If they are fake police officers, and they are just having fun shouting at kids, that is outrageous. I will definitely warn them if I see them. That's what I thought. But in fact, they came to me from behind. Huh? What?
Hey lady, don't wear earphones while walking. It's dangerous.
I'll take that.
Give it back. They aren't earphones. You two! You're the police officers my son was talking about. I panicked as my hearing aids were taken from behind, and so I turned around. They were exactly how the kids described them, so I got it right away. They were the police officers who were shouting at the kids. Give those back! They're hearing aids.
Hearing aids? So you're telling me that you are deaf? Don't lie to me. You're speaking fluently.
Uh-huh. Didn't you know that deaf people can't speak very well? You can hear us fine, right? You need to find a better excuse than that.
No, say that you are sorry.
For what?
Sorry for walking around with earphones on. You wouldn't be able to hear what's going on around you with these stuff on. It's a problem that there are adults like you not being able to respect manners. Come on, where's the apology?
If you're not going to, we'll take these.
I've been telling you that this is a hearing aid. It allows me to hear what I'm hearing on this side and sending it to the other. No, stop!
What the hell are you saying?
That's it. You need some punishment for not being sorry at all.
You've got to be joking. The police officers snapped the hearing aid that they took from me.
That's what you get for lying about using earphones.
Please, reflect on your behavior. If you do it again, we'll arrest you.
The police officers were smiling and trying to leave. I cannot forgive such behavior. Rena, what's wrong? Are these officers... You won't believe this, Maho! These two broke my hearing aid!
Wow, how rude. We just warned you for walking around with earphones on.
Precisely. You might get run over by a car with these things on. We just stopped that accident from happening. We haven't done anything wrong.
You... Those are Rena's hearing aids. Rena, you carry your medical certificate with you, right? Show them. Oh, yeah. Here. This is the medical certificate saying that my left ear is deaf. Do you still think I'm lying about it?
Huh? This is obviously a fake document.
Yeah, you can't trick us with such a thing.
Same goes to you. Which station are you from? What's your ranking? Show me your police ID.
Are you accusing us for being fake? Show her.
Yeah, take that, woman. I'm Shikaya. I'm from the Uwasa station.
I'm Umaki, also from the Owasa station. There. How's that?
Then you would know who the chief at Uwasa station is, right? What's his name?
Huh? What is this all of a sudden?
You don't know? What about the name of the lady at the canteen? The famous one. Big like a bear? The lady that gives you large portions even though you haven't ordered it.
There is no such person.
Yeah, there is no such person at our police station.
You don't know? Well, I guess it can't be helped, because you aren't from my police station.
My police station? What?
Who the hell are you?
Maho used to be a police officer. Her husband currently is an officer, and he works at the Uwasa police station, right? That's right. Hey, you two. Who's your boss? I'll talk to my husband and get things sorted. So, who is it? Come on.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you really think you can run away? The two guys went pale white and made a run for it, but Maho tripped the one called Umaki and he fell over. Maho caught up with the one called Shikaya in no time and...
Ah!
Wow. Maho threw him and he was left lying on the ground. The camera guy that was hiding was surrounded by other moms who came to see what was going on. These three were university students and dressed like police officers to film videos like, "We arrested annoying kids and we're pretending to be the police."
It was only a joke. I'm so sorry.
We won't do it anymore. Please, let us go.
I got caught because of you.
What are you going to do?
They were taken by the real police officers that Maho called. They weren't prosecuted as it was their first offense, but the university found out and they got expelled. I was a little scared that they might get revenge on me, but their parents were proper people. I am terribly sorry for the trouble that my stupid son has caused.
He will work to repay you for your broken hearing aid.
Okay, this is the invoice. Thank you very much.
What? You're joking. 400,000 yen for a tiny machine?
What a ripoff. This is a scam. Ah.
Not seeing any sign of sorriness, they were beaten and lying on the ground once again. The videos they filmed were already posted on the internet and went viral. As the creators of the video, they got cancelled. People would point at them and criticize them wherever they went. How did they not see this coming? I literally cannot understand why they did it. I saw high school girls pointing at Umaki saying anyone but him the other day. I saw Shikaya running away from kids who were shouting low-level YouTuber. They only have themselves to blame. Half a year later, they brought 500,000 yen. The 400,000 for the hearing aid plus the 100,000 as an apology. They looked rough, like they were different people. They did delete their videos, but screenshots and forums still remain. They are those things called digital tattoos. A hard life awaits them, but it is their own fault, so I guess it can't be helped.
I'm sorry.
Forgive us.
Sorry. We won't do it anymore.
Okay, from now on, live like a proper person, okay? The things they did were infuriating, but the punishments seem a little too severe, and I felt sorry for them. Well, it seems like they've reflected on their own behavior, so I hope they can make the right choices in life from now on. My name is Runa. When I was 20 years old, my coworker at my part-time job, Akira, confessed his love to me, and we started going out.
I'm so lucky to be able to go out with a cute girl like you, Runa.
I'm happy I'm dating you too, Akira. In my 4th year of university, we found out I was pregnant, and we got married at the same time I graduated. I'm 7 months pregnant currently. My husband was a kind gentleman to me at work, and even during our private time, and I gave my whole heart to him. However, he changed drastically as soon as we got married. Welcome home. You're home quite late. You must be tired. Would you like to take a bath first?
Shut up! Of course I'm tired. Don't ask me that each time. It's tiring to answer you, you know.
Sorry. Look, I bought this at the supermarket for 30% off. We can have sukiyaki tonight.
You bought such an expensive meat with the money I earned? Learn to save more if you're a housewife.
I'm sorry, but it seemed like you were tired recently, so I thought buying some meat would help you have more energy.
Shut up! Stop talking back to me! I earn the money. You've never even experienced working as a full-time employee. Don't pretend like you know everything.
Because he was so different when we were going out, I was really confused at first, and once asked him, "Why do you say such mean things?" and told me the reason.
When I first met you, you were young and cute, and the fact that you were a university student was already an advantage. But now, you're not different from all the normal plain girls out there now. Jeez. If you hadn't gotten pregnant, I would have met a different girl at my part-time job.
I realized that my husband didn't like me at all. He only liked the title of me being a university student. I was disappointed, but the baby's expected date was coming soon. I tried asking my parents for advice. They told me that they don't have money to raise a child, so don't come back to their house. They were very cold.
Oh, what's wrong? Why the long face?
Oh, Miss Haru, hello. A lady came to talk to me after seeing me walking in the supermarket looking really depressed. She is Mrs. Haru, my husband's grandmother, and thus my grandmother-in-law. Because my husband's mother left him when he was in high school when she and his father got divorced, and because his father had passed away, Mrs. Haru was the only relative living in our neighborhood. She is a very kind and wonderful lady who even cried when she heard the news of us getting married. Oh, I guess I'm just having the maternity blues. I was feeling a little down.
Is that so? Contact me anytime when you need anything. If there's anything I can do, I would love to help.
Thank you very much.
Make sure the baby is healthy, okay? I'll support you.
After seeing Mrs. Haru smile, I was able to calm down a little bit. That's right, I'm going to become a mother. I have to be strong. I was inspired by Mrs. Haru's words. But an incident that broke down all my positivity happened the next day. It's almost the baby's due date, so I want you to come home a little earlier if that's possible.
What, you telling me what to do? I'm working, you know. I'm busy.
But you're off season right now, right? If you can come home just a little earlier.
Didn't I tell you to stop giving me orders? If you continue, do you know what this is?
What? Divorce?
I can get divorced anytime. I just got married once for my status in the public eye. You're the one who's gonna have a hard time if we get divorced. If you don't want that to happen, stop telling me what to do. Got it?
Stop! Just when I thought my husband stood up, he dumped all the milk he had in his hand onto my head. He then gave me an eerie grin and said, "See ya," as he left for work. Why do I have to go through all this? My stomach. Could this be labor pain? I went outside and tried to stop him with all my might, but he shouted back saying, "I told you to stop telling me what to do!" And then he left. The pain came every 7 minutes. After I wiped the milk and changed my clothes, I called the maternity hospital and they told me to come right away. I somehow called a taxi and hurried into the hospital. I tried calling my husband several times through the labor pain, but he wouldn't pick up. He would read my messages but wouldn't reply. Whatever, then I'll give birth by myself. Just a little more. I can see the head. Let's push on to the next wave. Congratulations. It's a beautiful baby girl. The doctors and nurses showered me with words such as, "Congratulations," and you tried very hard. But I couldn't stop crying from joy and relief. I was so glad. These are people who are happy about the new baby. People were congratulating me. Because of my husband's attitude, I was starting to think that my existence was just a nuisance. So when I heard the voices of blessings, it sounded like hope. Mrs. Haru, you came. Of course. I just saw the baby at a newborn delivery room. She's such a beautiful little girl. She looks just like you. Thank you. Oh, where's Akira? Bathroom? No. He's at his office. I called him during my labor pains, but he's ignoring me. I just gave up because I didn't know what to do. I intended to explain matters simply, but I couldn't help but get emotional and started crying. You get really emotional after giving birth, huh? As I tried to wipe away my tears, I saw Mrs. Haru's face turn bright red. What do you mean, give up, Miss Runa? Could it be that you were treated terribly by Akira up till now? You look quite depressed at the last time I saw you. Truth is, yes. Because she was staring at me, I couldn't change the subject. So I told her everything that's happened up until now. Mrs. Haru was just shocked. Wait here. I'm going to go get that stupid grandson of mine. But he wouldn't get the phone. Oh, Mrs. Haru? Is she really a grandmother turning 80 this year? Mrs. Haru ran like the wind and hurried out of the hospital. She grabbed him by the collar and dragged him into the hospital room. I heard everything from Miss Runa. You have no right to call yourself a father, Akira. A guy like you who can't take good care of his wife.
What? What's that all of a sudden, Grandma? And I still have work to do. You can't just drag me to a place like this.
A place like this? What do you mean? This is where Miss Runa gave birth to your child. I guess it can't be helped if you're busy with work. But when I asked your coworker while I was waiting for you, you were supposedly off season. I heard workers were using their paid holidays and were taking turns and getting a break.
Why do you know that? What's wrong, Grandma?
Apparently, Mrs. Haru was waiting for Akira in front of his office, and she investigated the situation by hearing other co-workers. She really is an amazing grandmother.
She can give birth to a child without me, right? Besides, I'm the man of the house. I earn the money. That woman can't live without my earnings. How dare she tell me what to do when I am the one supporting her?
That's enough. You're the one who got her pregnant. If you don't want to pay for the family that much, quit being a man. Are you prepared to cut off your penis? I'll do it for you right now.
What? Stop! Grandma, put that away! Stop!
Mrs. Haru got out her sewing kit, and what came out was a pair of scissors. When I did think about it, Mrs. Haru did mention that she was going to a sewing class after this. The more the mores, the better the victory. So is Mrs. Haru with her scissors. Looking at the horrific scene, my husband ran for his life as he hid his private parts with his hands. How lame. Oh, I can't believe I was scared of the same man and listening to whatever he said. How stupid. After that, Mrs. Haru started living with us to keep an eye on my husband.
Akira and I will do the chores, so you just stay seated and rest your body, Miss Runa.
Okay, thank you.
You've got to be kidding me! Why do I have to do the chores? It's the wife's job, right? You were discharged from the hospital, so you do it!
Didn't I tell you? She has to stay calm after giving birth. It's bad for her health. First of all, she went through the process of giving birth. And what? You show no gratitude and you're still able to talk back like this. I thought I'd lectured you enough, but it seems like you still don't understand. Huh. Should I really cut it off for you?
I'm sorry! You scolded me for 1 week straight, and so I was just a little irritated. I made a mistake and let it out. I won't say that anymore, so please, put your sewing kit away.
After that, my husband was lectured by Mrs. Haru and did the chores and helped with the baby. At first, he was complaining all the time, but...
That's right. You're getting much better.
Really, you're like a nursery teacher. Much better than I am.
Really? Well, I am a skillful man. I can do anything.
Then can you do this too? The laundry and the cleaning? Oh, and mow the lawn. You're my grandson, so I know you can do everything well, right? When you become one great man, the company will think of you highly and you'll get a promotion.
Everyone in my company already knows I'm a good father. But still, a promotion doesn't sound bad at all. And here I go.
Thank you. It really helps. Apparently, the more the compliments, the more growth. Under Mrs. Haru's tough love, my husband turned into a wonderful gentleman. Mrs. Haru, thank you so much.
No worries. Since he was young, he would do very well if we complimented him. After his parents got divorced and his mother left the house, he started holding prejudice towards women. I guess his painful past turned him into that. I'll continue this and get him back to normal, okay? May I stay here a while longer?
Of course. Please, live with us forever. I love you, Mrs. Haru.
Thank you for your kind words, but an old granny like me should leave after things are settled. They say good fences make good neighbors, right? It's always best to be slightly apart.
Aw. After watching my husband turn back into a good gentleman, Mrs. Haru left. I was very sad, but since she lives in the neighborhood, I can probably meet her anytime. This tastes great. I love it.
Haha, it's Grandma's recipe. I'll make it for you again.
Yay! Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I love you, honey. I hope to live happily with my family here on after. Thank you so much, Mrs. Haru. We'll become one happy family.
My name is Haruto. I'm a 32-year-old man who loves his wife and daughter. Ayane! Rin! I'm home!
You're late, Daddy! I'm hungry!
I'm sorry.
Welcome back. Today I made your favorite, cream stew.
Yippee! I'm so happy! I love you, Ayane.
No! Mommy's mine! I love Mommy way more!
What?
Gosh, you too. Oh, I have something to tell you today.
Huh? Something to tell me?
We're having a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right! I'm becoming a big sister!
Oh, that's great! We're finally having our second child! Oh, this is exciting! And then, time passed. My wife was in her last month of pregnancy. We decided to have her go back to her parents' home. Our daughter was going with her. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too. Come and visit when you don't have work, okay?
Daddy, here!
Huh?
This is my favorite Barbie doll. You won't be lonely if you sleep with her.
Thank you. The next day, I took the car out for the two, and my lonely life living alone began. It's so sad to think that there's nobody at home when I come back after work. I can't wait for the weekends. And finally, when the weekends came, I went to my wife's parents' house. I'm here!
Oh, Haruto! It's been a while.
Ah, long time no see.
Haruto, welcome.
Daddy, were you a good boy?
Rin!
Daddy, you can't do anything without me, huh?
She's saying this now, but she was crying because she missed you, you know?
Is that so? Rin!
Ah, let go, Daddy. You're too close.
Haruto! How's work these days?
It's okay.
I see. Must be hard having a wife like her, huh?
Not at all. Ayane is always doing so much for me. She's always doing her best to support me, even though I'm not so reliable sometimes. I'm probably the one who's causing a lot of trouble to her.
I'm sure that's not true. Ayane has always been clumsy and disorganized. I'm sorry she's causing you trouble.
So I'm saying, she isn't at all.
Mark, let's stop talking about that.
Apparently, my father-in-law has always been looking down on my wife like this, since she was young. Thus, when I first met my wife, she really didn't have confidence in herself. Even now, she's looking at the floor. This is irritating. Is she being told things like this the whole time she's here?
Is Grandpa saying bad things about Mommy? Then I'll tell everyone about your secret.
Rin, don't do that! We promised it's a secret, right?
Then promise me that you won't talk bad about Mommy anymore.
Okay, I promise.
Secret?
Rin, so you found out, huh?
It's nothing. I'm going to go to the pachinko parlor.
My father-in-law was in quite a panic. I wonder what the secret is about. Even when I asked my daughter, she wouldn't tell me, and my mother-in-law wouldn't tell me either. I got curious, and then that day, I decided to sleep over at their house.
Hey, Haruto! Wanna go for a guy's night out?
I was invited to go out for a dinner with my father-in-law. I honestly wanted to spend time with my wife and daughter, but because my father-in-law insisted, we decided to go.
So, we talked about it a bit more, but I'm sure Ayane's doing terrible. She just like her mother. I can't do anything right either.
So I'm saying, Ayane is very good to us. Mrs. Lola, too. She's doing all the housework. I think she's great.
You don't understand, huh? Of course the housewife does all the chores. I'm expecting a little more than just that.
Huh? I don't really understand that. They're doing wonderful raising a child, too. I think very highly of the two.
I don't want to hear your goody answers.
It seems like he was already drunk. Come to think of it, I've never seen my father-in-law get that drunk.
Your attitude is irritating. Is that you talking to your father-in-law?
I'm sorry if I was rude to you, but I was just saying what I really felt.
You cheeky brat!
Then my father-in-law took the jug of water on the table and poured it on my head. What are you doing?
You can't get angry even after someone does this much to you? What a pity!
You can do anything to me, but I will never forgive you if you do something like this to Rin, Ayane, or Mrs. Lola. Then I'll be heading home first. With that, I paid for our drinks and went back to the house. Does he do this all the time? I got curious and asked my mother-in-law. Apparently because he's a bad drunk, he's prohibited to drink at home. When my wife was a child, apparently he did many things. My father-in-law, who came home after me, was back sober and apologized to me many times. I did forgive him, but honestly, I didn't think I could come to like him. When I woke up the next morning and headed downstairs, I smelled something delicious.
Oh, Haruto, good morning. I'm making cream stew right now. You can take it home and eat it, okay?
Oh, thank you! Yay! With your cream stew, I can get through the weekdays somehow.
It'll be done soon, so wait a bit, okay? Would you like it for breakfast too?
Yeah, I would love to.
Daddy, let's play.
Oh, of course, Rin.
Oh, before that,
Daddy, give me your ear.
Huh?
Just now, Grandpa was talking bad about Mommy. He broke our promise, so I'm breaking our promise too. I'll tell you his secret.
Saying that, my daughter whispered into my ear. What? I didn't notice at all!
Okay then, Daddy, let's play hide and seek. Daddy, you're it!
Okay, I played hide and seek with my daughter for a while. Is it just me? Or am I the only one playing it? While I was searching for Rin as it, I saw my father-in-law go into the kitchen. I got curious and followed him.
Hey, what are you making?
Cream stew.
Ah! You know I'm allergic to milk, right? My mouth gets itchy if I eat anything like that.
Oh, this is for Haruto.
You're lying! You hate me and I know that! You're lying to harass me, aren't you?
No way. Of course not.
Hey, give me that plate!
Huh?
Then my father-in-law took the bowl of cream stew my wife prepared for my breakfast and dumped it all on her!
What are you doing?
It's your punishment for trying to harass me!
What do you think you're doing to Ayane?
Huh? Haruto? I felt a breeze on my head. Ah! Give it back! Give it back!
I told you I wouldn't forgive you if you did something to Ayane, didn't I? I pulled off the wig on his head. Then his shiny bald head came to light. The secret that my daughter was talking about was this. Apparently she happens to see him take off his wig.
What are you planning to do with me?
What should I do?
Give it back!
Let go! Then my father-in-law suddenly grabbed me, so I dropped his wig.
Daddy, nice pass.
Huh?
Here we go. I'm going to go tell Grandpa's secret because he broke our promise.
Where are you going?
Wait, Rin.
My wig!
My daughter wore his wig and ran outside. We chased after her in a hurry.
Everyone, this is Meanie Grandpa's wig. Look, he wears this. He's a meanie and a liar too.
She shouted this in a loud voice. Our neighbors started gathering outside, wondering what was going on so early in the morning.
Please, I beg you! Rin, stop!
My father-in-law ran around chasing after Rin and the wig with his bald head out in the open. But because Rin ran around here and there, he was unable to catch up. Our neighbors watched and laughed.
Ah!
In the end, my father-in-law fell onto the floor after straining his back. He hurt his body due to lack of daily exercise.
It's my chance.
Saying that, my daughter went back to the house and brought back out a certain something with her.
What are you doing?
I'll make your head cute. If you become cute, I'm sure your heart will get kinder too.
With that, my daughter started drawing flowers and animals on his head with an oil-based pen. Wow, that's a fantasy-based head. To make a dead tree blossom, I guess this was needed. Seeing that, our neighbors burst out laughing again. My father-in-law was getting teary-eyed due to embarrassment and pain. After that, he became the laughingstock of the neighborhood. After having his pride shattered, he was unable to leave the house thereafter. After that, my mother-in-law got disgusted of him and got a divorce. She now lives near our house. My father-in-law locked himself in his room at the age of 60 because he couldn't do housework. His house is apparently a pigsty. If this continues, he will be a lonely old buzzard. Although my wife had cream stew dumped on her head, she wasn't injured. That was because my wife was letting the stew cool, knowing that I'm not good with piping hot meals. I'm so glad I was sensitive to the heat. And after that, she gave birth to a healthy baby. A beautiful baby boy. Ayane, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ren, you're a new member of our family.
Ah, Ren doesn't have hair. I'll make your head cute.
Ren, stop! It seems our life hereafter will continue to be filled with happiness and fun. I have to stand strong as the mainstay of the family.
I'm a 29-year-old office worker living at my parents' house. This is my older brother, Haruya. He's a 35-year-old man who stays at home and does nothing. After my brother graduated university, he did find a job at first, but...
The company isn't following up to my level and skills. There's no way I'm going to spend my life at such a low-level place like that.
With that, he quit his job in just a month. After that, although he did find a new job...
I can't work under an incompetent boss who can't bring out the best in me. Because the company president said to me, "You better listen to your superiors," I told him that a company with a president who picks on workers should just go bankrupt, and I quit.
And so like this, my brother couldn't find a job that lasted, and is now just an unemployed, lazy bum. I'll wait at home until the world comes to find me. This is what he always says. Our father already passed away, and I couldn't leave my brother alone with my mother, who lives humbly upon my father's inheritance. Thus, I continue to live with them even right now.
You know, I won't be able to continue moving around like this forever, Haruya. Please find a job and put my mind at ease.
That's right. If this continues, I would never be able to go out and live on my own. Please find a new job and work already.
So I'm telling you, right? I'm waiting for a company that needs my skills to come to me and ask, please work at our company.
You haven't been working for 5 years already, but no company has ever come and asked that to you, have they? It's about time you face reality. Stop!
Shut up! Don't tell me how I should live my life!
My mother and I were both fed up at my brother's habit of throwing things when he gets upset. However, my brother had a muscular body and was obviously stronger than us because he was a man. There was no way we could force him out of the house. Days went by as my mother and I both troubled ourselves with what the right thing to do was.
We're somehow able to live off the money you put into the house. But you have your own life too. We can't be relying on you forever.
Don't worry about me. I'm here because I'm worried about you. Firstly, we have to do something about Haruya. Haruya didn't listen to us at all and continued to say, I am watching over this world's attitude thereafter, and started telling us that he's waiting for the right timing to invest in a stock. If I do my best, I can earn lots of money that way. He started expressing his own logic. He locked himself in his room and continued his life where he just watched TV and used his computer. That's enough. If you're always in the house, at least do some chores.
Why should I? I'm a guy, you know. Housework is a woman's job. And now the home appliances are high-tech. I'm sure you can finish housework with ease and speed. Don't make me do anything extra. Don't say anything that ruins my mood. I won't forgive anybody who tells me what to do, even if you're my sister.
So I'm saying, please stop throwing things. Jeez, I couldn't help but wish that lightning would fall into my brother and magically change his personality or something. As I daydreamed about such things, one day, I couldn't help but think that since we're family, we can't just abandon him. However, an incident happened where that little bit of empathy I had left for him was completely destroyed. Hello? Yes. This is Natsunasuga. What? My mother? I'll go right away. On my way to work, my phone rang, and when I got the phone, it happened to be the police. Apparently, my mother had been crushed beneath a pile of snow and was brought to the hospital in an ambulance. Mom, are you okay? How's your body? Did you break a bone?
Natsuna, I'm sorry. I know you'd had work. I'm fine.
She was lucky that she was found early and that the snow wasn't too heavy. Because of that, heavy injuries were avoided. Her brainwaves are perfectly fine as well. Please, don't worry too much.
I'm so relieved. Thank you so much. But Mom, how did this happen?
Well, I was just a bit clumsy and I tripped onto the ground. Then the snow fell on top of me.
I found it strange that my mother wouldn't look me in the eye. I told her many times to tell me the truth. Then she finally revealed the shocking truth.
I asked Haruya to help clean the snow on the roof, although he got upset saying, I don't wanna. Snow shoveling is not my job. The professional snow shovelers were all busy, and they couldn't come until tomorrow, and so I pleaded Haruya to do it.
Could it be Haruya threw snow on you?
I can't say that happened for sure. I only saw Haruya on the roof for a split second, and it could be that it was coincidence that snow came falling down, right? So please, don't get too upset at him.
There's no way I can't be angry. If that story is true, I can never forgive him. Going back home with my mother who had recovered, I saw my brother in his room watching TV and laughing. Hey, Haruya, is it true that you threw snow onto Mom?
Huh? What are you saying? All I did was what I was told and dropped the snow off of the roof.
Liar! Mom said she saw you do it on purpose.
Where's the evidence? Don't have any, do you? I only helped with the housework. I should be thanked, not attacked. Anyway, make me some food. I'm hungry. Give me food.
Haruya started rampaging and throwing things around the house. Scared, my mother and I ran out of the room.
We should just let it go. I wasn't hurt after all. Please don't fight with Haruya.
I can't do that. If you weren't helped by our neighbors, you might have been in heaven right now with Dad, you know. I'll definitely find proof and show it to Haruya, and I'll throw him out of the house, too. My mother was flustered, but I still went around the neighborhood and asked for evidence. I asked people with surveillance cameras to show me the footage and did all I could do to find proof. 2 days later, I found evidence from a place I'd never imagined. That was from social media. From a university student's video taking rare footage of heavy snow that could only be seen once in a few years around here. There in that video, my brother was dropping snow from the roof onto my mother as he smiled eerily. The video was already flaming over the internet when I found it.
Why were people laughing at me in the convenience store? People I don't even know came up to me saying that I'm inhumane and cold-hearted. What's wrong with them? Shit!
My brother, who went to buy the weekly magazine, came back furious. So I couldn't help but burst out laughing. It seems the whole country saw what you did, you know. See? This video. It was reposted all over the internet. Everyone knows who you are.
A video? What the hell is this?
Apparently, the person who took the video didn't realize my brother in the background, and he posted it online without blurring him. Because of that, he was identified quite easily. The person who posted took it down right after someone in the comments told him there was a horrific scene in the background. But my brother's terrible deed had already been spread all over the internet. Luckily, my mother's face was hidden by her hat and scarf, but she was the victim to begin with, so she wasn't the target of identification nor attention. I'm taking this video to the police.
Huh? This is a family matter. Why are you making a big deal out of this? Besides, Mom is telling us not to make it a huge deal either, right?
I'm going to the police because I can't forgive you. Be prepared. I'm not going to forgive you, even if you come back crying for forgiveness. It was just when my brother and I were quarreling over this that the doorbell rang and a few sketchy men showed up at the door.
Hello. Is this where the NEET who's the hot topic on the internet lives? I came to meet you. This is what I do for my job.
Support facility people who can't leave the house?
Yes, we researched about him, asking people around the neighborhood. And apparently this man hasn't found a job for more than 5 years now. We wish to help you with his rehabilitation and make him a righteous man. If we succeed, it will help our facility and reputation. I'm sure we'll earn more users too. Please, let us take care of him.
Apparently, this man took advantage of the fact that my brother had become infamous and schemed to use this opportunity to advertise their business. He said we didn't even need to pay any money. If it were me before, I would have just refused such a sketchy deal right away. But there was no more need to show empathy towards my brother who did such a terrible thing to Mom. Oh, please do.
Huh? What the hell are you saying?
Mom, you're okay with it too, right? Would you rather have Haruya stay at home doing nothing and use up all your money? Or have these gentlemen take him and help him become righteous? My mother seemed worried at first, but when she saw the pile of snow outside from the opening entrance of the door, she made up her mind. She looked at them straight in the eye and said, "Please, take good care of him." Of course, my brother resisted, but 2 muscular men appeared and held him by the arm, and he was dragged out of the house.
No! I want to wait here until the world comes to find me! I don't want to go to some sketchy place like that! Let me go!
What happened to him after that?
I was wrong. I will change my attitude and start working. I won't cause any more trouble to you or Mom. I'm a new person, so please, don't make me go back there!
Apparently, the facility was way worse than we imagined. He wasn't allowed to use his phone and constantly monitored under the surveillance camera. He was put in a white room with a window that only opened 6 inches wide. When there was nothing to do, he was forced to listen to music that cleanses the heart and soul. Half a year later, my brother came back looking worn out, but he had totally become a new righteous man. My mother and I both thought that there was no way a man as terrible as him would change so easily, and were cautious for a while. But my brother, who started a part-time job as soon as he came back, worked earnestly and became a full-time worker in time. And now he has successfully continued working at the same place for over a year. So people do change, huh?
I know. It's all thanks to that facility.
But apparently that facility was sued and broke down, you know.
Oh my.
So I told you? That place was just inhumane!
Even now, when my brother sees snow, he remembers the incident and turns pale. But that is his own problem, so I decided not to be bothered by it. Because my brother became decent, my worries were all solved. From now on, I plan on living my own happy life.
I'm Satoko. I'm 40 years old. Honestly, I never thought I'd be single at this age. The plan was to get married by age 30 and have 2 kids by age 40. But I didn't even have a boyfriend. All I did was work. Is this how my life is gonna end? But then, on New Year's holiday, I went back to see my parents. Satoko, you're still single?
Yeah, we want to see our grandchildren already.
Yeah, I know. You remember Mikie from the neighborhood? She already has 4 kids. But look at you. Do you at least have a boyfriend? No? You're kidding me. When I was your age, I had a couple of boyfriends.
Huh? Wait.
Oh, just kidding.
You sure?
Yes, when I was 40, I was married to you.
True.
Anyways, you gotta get married this year. Otherwise, I'm gonna die before I get to see my grandchildren. I'll try. Every time I went to see them, that's all they talked about. Trust me, I want to get married too, but I even go to those matchmaking parties, but I'm just not good at romance, you know? If only I was pretty. Then, a few weeks later, I got a call from my mom. Hey, you find a nice man yet? No, it's only been like a few weeks, Mom. I thought so. So, I set something up for you. Huh? What do you mean? I'm setting you up with the son of a friend. Remember Hiromi? Her son was single, so I told him about you, and he said he wants to see you. Wait, who's Hiromi? You forgot? We used to work together. You saw her once when you were 3. Why would I remember that? Whatever. What's her son like? He's the same age as you, that's all I know. Fine, I guess I'll see him. You better. You don't really have a choice here. Okay then, see you next Saturday. Okay. I've never done this before. I'm kind of nervous. Then, the next Saturday, we met at this nice restaurant. We got there first, then they arrived. Hey, thank you so much for coming. Wow, is that your daughter, Mikie? She's pretty.
Hey, you promised. If I do this, you'll buy me that $1,000 action figure, right?
Of course, dear. Action figure? That's why he came? Come on, introduce yourself. I'm Satoko. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
What's your name again?
Hiroshi.
Talk about a bad first impression. He was so rude, and his clothes were dirty. But Mom did this for me, so I better talk to him about something. So what's your hobby?
Surf the net and collect action figures of girls.
What do you do on the weekend?
Play games online.
Do you go out?
No.
And it just went on like this. He didn't even ask me anything. I don't think he's interested in me. This is meaningless. I can't wait for this to be over. What do you do for work?
I work security around the house.
What's that?
Oh, he's currently between jobs right now. It's only temporary, though. He's good at lots of things. But right now, he just needs some, time off.
How long have you been out of a job, if I may ask?
Well, he got a job right after high school, but he, quit, so maybe 20 years? But he's a late bloomer, so you have nothing to worry about.
What, seriously? He's an unemployed, middle-aged guy living with his parents? There's no way I'd marry him. I just want to go home already.
Excuse me, guys. Your time is almost up.
Okay, time flies when you're having fun. Alright then, shall we? Saved by the bell. Thank you, Mr. Waiter. Then, as I headed out of the restaurant...
Hey, wait! You're just gonna go home? You'll be single for the rest of your life!
But our time is up, so...
Quiet! This is your chance! Try harder!
Oh boy.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop! This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity! Marry him! Stop!
Then she grabbed my head and forced me to bow. Unbelievable. Then...
Hey! No way! She's not good enough for me!
What did you say?
I said, you're not good enough for me. I can't believe you thought this was gonna work. You ever look at yourself in the mirror?
Was he serious? Oh, wow. Look who's talking. Jerk.
Oh, please! Come on now, bow!
I'm leaving.
What? What are you saying? Come back here!
Oh, that's too bad. I guess she wasn't good enough for you, Hiroshi.
I ran out of there. I was gonna go straight home, but I forgot some clothes at my parents' house, so I stopped by. Where did I leave it? As I looked through the closet, I found a can of treats. What's this? I opened the box and found an IOU and a picture. What the? This can't be! I called Hiroshi and his mother over to the house to talk. I told them I wanted to talk about marriage. Hiroshi didn't want to at first, but when I told him I'd give him an action figure of an anime character he liked, he changed his mind. Whew, glad I still had that from when I was a kid. Turns out it was a pretty rare action figure.
What did you want to talk to me about? Hand over the action figure already. Hurry up! I want to go home.
Oh, Hiroshi, be nice.
You're unemployed. I'm sure you got all the time in the world.
Don't call me that! I work security at the house!
Give me a break.
Don't be rude to Hiroshi.
Hey, Satoko, what's all this? Who's he? Oh, wait! Are you getting married?
No.
What? I thought that's why you called them over.
No way.
But then, why did you...
I don't care about Hiroshi. I wanted to talk to his mom. I showed them the IOU and the picture I found in the closet. It was a picture of some guy and my mom in bed.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Well,
Explain yourself.
Just tell them already, it's no use. You were cheating on your husband, right? Hey! And the guy was married too. She had to pay his wife for damages. But she didn't want her husband to find out, so she borrowed money from me to pay her.
you promised you wouldn't tell.
It's your fault. You're the one that broke the promise. If your daughter married my son, the debt was gone. That was the deal. But look at her. She's not good enough for him. I need to find a wife for my son already.
Mom, you are trying to sell me off?
No!
That's why you were trying so hard.
I want a divorce!
You're joking, right? Please? After all these years?
I don't care! You betrayed me! You're gonna pay for this!
What? No!
I'm going home now.
Hiroshi, wait. You have to marry her. Otherwise, your dad is gonna kick you out of the house. He's serious this time. So please, you need someone to take care of you. I can't be around forever, so...
What? For real?
Yes!
Okay then. Let's get married then.
Hell no! Why the hell would I marry someone like you? Get out of here!
You're not just ugly, you have a terrible personality!
Right back at you! Afterwards, my dad left my mom, and she now had to pay him for damages. She was already 60, but she had to work all day long to pay off her debt now. And Hiroshi and his mom got kicked out of their house. Hiroshi was still out of a job, so his mom worked around the clock to provide for him. But she got sick and got hospitalized. But even then, Hiroshi didn't get a job. Instead, he started stealing from others. It didn't take long for him to end up in prison. Oh well, I guess he has a place to call home. Oh, and listen to this. I met someone at a matchmaking party. He was the one for me. Things moved pretty fast. I got married the same year. Talk about a miracle.
Sorry about everything. We shouldn't have rushed you.
Oh, no worries. Everything worked out for me, so... Plus, I'm pregnant. Dad was really excited about his first grandchild. Oh, I can't wait. Life is good. I'm Makihara. This is my husband, Tatsuo. We wanted kids, so we started trying right after we got married. But so far, nothing. So we kept at it. And my mother-in-law helped us too. Your mom gave us some organic vegetables today. She says it's good for the body.
Oh, good. Hopefully you'll get pregnant soon.
Yeah. Hey, I found this yoga class. They say it's good for women trying to conceive.
Sounds cool. Maybe you can teach me at home.
We tried all kinds of things. Exercising, going to temples for good luck. Then, 3.5 years later, my body temperature is high. Wait, I was pregnant. I went to see a doctor right away. I was finally pregnant. Tatsuo, I'm pregnant. Look, this is our baby. I thought he'd be really happy, but for some reason, he looked upset.
You sure it's mine?
What are you saying? Of course it is.
Whatever. I want a DNA test as soon as the baby is born.
What? I tried to tell him that it was his, but he just wouldn't listen. I had no choice but to agree to the DNA test.
If the baby isn't mine, I'm leaving you, so...
Fine, but if the baby is yours, I want an apology.
Why?
Because you hurt my feelings?
If the baby's mine, that's a good thing. I'm not gonna apologize.
What's your problem? Things got kind of awkward between us after that. But that didn't matter. All I cared about was the baby. Fortunately, everyone else was really excited about the baby. My parents sent me boxes full of baby clothes. My mother-in-law was crying for joy. They really helped me out. But
Look, I got the DNA test kit. As soon as the baby's born, we're gonna do the test.
okay, my husband was still like this. Why? He used to be so nice. What happened? Then months went by. It was almost my due date. Then one day I started going into labor. I took a cab to the hospital. Everything went perfectly. I finally got to see my baby. Mackie, congratulations!
It's a beautiful boy. It's Grandpa.
Oh, Maki, thank you so much. He's adorable. Everyone was so happy. Well, except for him. He was standing there holding the DNA test kit. You know what? Do what you want. I don't even care anymore. Then, a few weeks later, he came home with an envelope.
It was mine.
That's all he said. No apologies. Then he told me to get dinner started. This made me really angry. I went to the living room to get his mother. He had no idea she was here, so he looked surprised. Look here, Tatsuo, he did a DNA test for the baby. He thought it was someone else's baby.
What? What's wrong with you, Tatsuo? Apologize to her right now!
No, Mom, listen! This is all your fault, Mom!
What?
You once told me that you and Dad had the same issue when you were young. It took a while before you got pregnant with me, right? And it took us more than 3 years, so I thought there was something wrong with me, you know? Then she got pregnant, but I just couldn't believe it was mine.
What? What the hell are you saying? His mom yelled at him for hours. They finally ended up apologizing to me. After much thought, I decided to forgive him. We just had a baby, and if I divorced him, my parents would be really upset, so... And his mother was crying too. I couldn't say no to that. And my husband cleaned up his act. He started helping me with the baby. He even did things around the house for me. He started treating me much better. I was so happy. But then, something happened. One day I went over to the city office. On my way home, I saw my husband walk into an apartment with some young girl. At home, I looked at his computer, his old phone, and his jacket. I was shocked. Turns out he's been cheating on me all this time. He was seeing his subordinate. I found her picture on the company website. I called my brother, who was still in college. He told me he'd look into it. He got some of his friends together and started digging. Tatsuo was seeing her every week. I had more than enough evidence to build a solid case against him. Time to get some revenge. That day, I asked my mom to watch the baby and headed to that girl's house. I borrowed a baseball cap from my brother and dressed up like the pizza delivery guy. Hello, what's a pizza? My brother told me that they always ordered pizza. I'm sure this'll work. If not, I'll just think of something else. Then, thanks! The girl opened the door. She didn't suspect a thing. This is my chance. I stuck my foot inside. Then I threw the empty pizza box at her face.
What the hell? Tatsuo, help me!
What's going on? Wait, Maki?
Hi, I'm Maki. I'm Tatsuo's wife. Wife? I'm sorry. It's nothing serious. I'm just doing it for the money and...
What? You serious? After all the money I spent on you? You've got to be kidding me!
Are you being serious right now? Can I come in? We gotta talk. I'm suing you both for damages.
What?
No! I'm not cheating on you! We're just having a meeting for work!
Oh yeah? I looked at your old phone though. I saw all the pictures, so just stop. Oh, and look! My brother took some pictures for me. See, it's you two walking into a hotel together.
It's not what it looks like. We just played some poker and...
Tatsuo! Just stop it! Stop trying to lie your way out of this!
Tatsuo, I'm really disappointed in you.
Mom? And Maki's dad? Why are you guys here? What's going on?
Come on, let's go inside and talk. By the way, this is all being recorded right now. And my brother and his friends have the place surrounded, so just give it up. Tell me everything. He finally gave up and told me everything. The girl's name was Ruri.
Maki was too uptight for me. But Ruri, she liked to gamble too, and...
Are you serious? Oh, son, I'm so disappointed in you.
But I made sure that Maki didn't find out. Ugh!
My dad snapped and struck him. So, is this why you thought I was cheating on you too? When I got pregnant, the first thing you mentioned was the DNA test.
Yeah, you said there were some guys at your workplace, and... I mean, come on!
So what? Men and women work together all the time. What the hell is wrong with you?
Then his mom struck him. His face was all swollen. He was crying like a baby. Really looked like she was done with him. Okay, let's talk about divorce.
Divorce? Why?
Are you serious?
Want me to hit him again?
Thanks, but it's okay, Dad. His face is pretty messed up already. Listen, Tatsuo, when you accused me of being unfaithful, you really hurt my feelings. But I tried to forgive you, and I did. But then I find out that you're cheating on me. You betrayed me. And remember what you said? You said you would leave me if the baby wasn't yours. You said that because you don't want to live with someone you don't trust, right? Well, I can't trust you anymore. So... I guess he finally realized that he messed up. He started begging me to forgive him, but I just ignored him and kicked him out of the house. Afterwards, I went home with my dad. Then we went to see a lawyer. He tried to fight it at first, but he gave up pretty quickly. A month later, the divorce was finalized. His mom offered to sell off her house to pay me all at once, but I didn't want her to lose her home. So instead, I made him pay $50,000 up front and child support every month. Oh, and I also got $20,000 from Nudi too. The two of them got in a fight at work and people found out about the affair. Things got awkward for them and they eventually quit. Apparently things got pretty violent. When I saw them at the lawyer's office, their face was all banged up. My ex-husband got a different job, but he got sent off to some dead-end position in the countryside. I haven't seen him since. But he pays me child support every month, so I guess he's alive. I still keep in touch with his mom, though. She did nothing wrong, and she treated me well, so... I never thought I'd be single again, but... oh well. And I think it would have been worse to stay married to someone like him, so... I guess it all worked out for the better. It won't be easy, but I'm gonna do everything I can to provide for my son.